Well, I better get going.
Ty, wait.
What is it?
I love you, Ty.
I love you too.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Amy.
Setting up Ty's storyline was pretty challenging, as you can imagine, because we were all getting used to the idea ourselves. And it wasn't something we knew, and Graham was amazing. He honored the fact that he wanted to lead the series in the best possible way.
I wanted to make sure that the show could continue, and that's why I came back for a 14th season to make that transition so that I could honor the character, I could honor the storylines, and that also that everyone else involved in the show, it wouldn't be abrupt. You know, sometimes characters leave and it's very abrupt.
I remember one night, Ty showed up at the Dude Ranch, just out of nowhere, and he asked me to teach him how to dance.
3, 1, 2, 3, good.
He was totally awkward, but he got it. He got it.
And they write a story that has to explain them away because they're not back.
Tyler's my best friend. We got into some crazy stuff together.
And I didn't want that because of how much I love and I'm so grateful for this experience. I wanted to leave in a way that felt like I honored it to the best that I could.
I miss you, Ty. But I will do my best to move on because I know that's what you would want. And that's what our daughter and I will do. We will be strong, brave, and we will make you so proud.
We wanted to keep him present, and we also didn't want to dwell on the actual death itself. That's why we leapt ahead a year.
He's always helped me. And now he can't.
Most of those unspeakable emotions and the difficulty dealing at all had already gone by. So that skip ahead a year was very full of purpose.
For Amy, being able to look back and say, this was an amazing journey. And I am so glad I had that journey with Ty. And now what? That's gonna be kind of one of those shocks to the viewers when they first watch that episode and know that he's gone. I think that they're gonna be just as upset as the character that I play. Because it's like losing a friend. It's like losing someone that you're so connected with for so many years. And it was a hard episode to wrap my mind around.
You're gonna be a father.
Amy,
Because of course, I have had such a strong connection with Graham Wardle, and he's played my husband for so many years. So I almost felt like we did lose him. You know, of course, I was calling Graham on the weekends and saying, it's so weird without you here, and we're laughing and joking. But at the same time, you know, you have to play true to that character and how that character would be feeling in that loss.
Grandpa,
Yeah.
when will I stop dreaming of Ty? Stop seeing his face everywhere I look?
Amy, I can't promise that's gonna stop. But what I can tell you is pretty soon those dreams and memories of Ty won't haunt you anymore. They'll bring you comfort.
You know, we opened episode 1 with Amy's mother passing away. And 14 years later, we cut to episode 1401, and we're opening with her husband passing away. And so you are dealing with high emotional stakes.
We love you.
And it's important when you're dealing with that in our show is to do it authentically, because this is not a soap opera. This is not, you know, cardboard characters that we can just do whatever we want with. These are real characters. We see them as real people. The audience sees them as real people. So we have to do this in a really authentic, real way. And it's important that we reflect back to an audience what many audience members deal with. And grief is part of life, it's part of reality, and family deal with that around the world. And I think for them to be in a world that they're comfortable in, with characters that they love, and to come along on a journey that deals with grief, it's an important story to tell.
Keep the hat. You earned it.
I truly believe that when you have strong characters, the story well never goes dry. I've seen that over and over again, and I think it's absolutely true with Heartland. Such strong characters, strong relationships, real grounded reality for that family. That well's never going dry.
Are we okay?
We're good.
One of the key parts of the year is to see Amy fight through this grief and see the family's support for her. And I think we always knew when you're telling the story, Jack is our rock.
Ty would wanted to be a part of it.
He is part of it. He lives on in you and in what you do.
And he's the one, first and foremost, to be there for Amy. It's one of the lovely parts of the season is he showed her that he was there for her no matter what, and in a bigger way, I think, than maybe any season.
There's one thing that you and I can say for sure right now.
What's that?
We're getting our Amy back.
And we get to see this year the emergence of Amy coming out of the grief. And we saw that in season 1, and she, you know, had these amazing moments with the horses, and she started to heal and started to move on with her life. And season 14 is now the beginning of a new era. She's going to start that process again after losing the love of her life. So I'm quite proud, I think, of the way we've had our family surround Amy and Lindy and how they've supported her in the grief process. But we didn't gloss over any of their emotions either. You know, Tim has a hard time dealing with it. He tears down the house that they had started to build. Jack is, you know, having flashbacks of Ty and dealing with his own issues, and Lou sort of tried to push the grief away, and it comes around on her. So I think we're also showing the real reality of what it's like to try to process something that is so cataclysmic.
I think most of you know my story. And so I threw myself into helping Shadow, but in the end, he was helping me, helping both of us. And as you'll see, we straightened each other out.
Because we want to reflect a positive results at the end of a tragedy. So this year, when it comes to grief, we want to show our audience that the family that they've known and trust, they banded together and they supported Amy in a family that is together in the face of grief.
I can feel Ty watching over us.
Yeah. And he's laughing his head off at all this, isn't he?
Definitely.